on the page. Page 46. Kita akan mendengarkan Dhamma Talk dari Bhante Mahinda. Ini kita akan membacakan Parita Dhamma Devana halaman 46 di buku biru. Dikati sampati kata jariha diwara ayat cata santi dasata karaja kajadika desi dhamma anukam imam paja. Graha Sampati, sang penguasa dunia beranjali seraya memohon. Di alam semesta ini ada makhluk-makhluk yang memiliki sedikit debu di mata mereka. Ajarkanlah Dhamma demi kasih sayang kepada mereka. You can bend the laptop little. Bend the laptop little. Bend it. No, other way. Okay. How are you? Good? Everyone? Good. Before we begin, let us take our hand together to worship the perfect one, the magnificent one who born to this world. Who is that? The Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. First of all, let us all take a resolve that we may have offended the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha in our past lives. So let us take a moment to seek forgiveness from the Sambuddha Sasana, from the noble ones, and let us resolve that with the power of the merits that we have done today, that we are going to listen to the Dhamma, to the wisdom that Buddha found to this world. So with the power of the merits that we have acquired today, we will hear the Dhamma, we will understand the Dhamma, we will reflect the Dhamma that is described by the Buddha. Okay, so you can translate after that.
Selamat pagi saudara-saudari sekalian. Bante tadi memulai Dhamma Desana dengan menghimbau kepada kita agar kita memulai diskusi hari ini dengan mengingat kembali bahwa kemungkinan di masa dulu kita bisa saja telah bertindak tidak sopan dan tidak menghargai Buddha, Dhamma, dan Sangha, tetapi hendaknya hal ini menjadi kejadian yang sudah kita lewati, dan dengan segala kebajikan yang telah kita perbuat pada pagi hari ini, kita mampu untuk mendengarkan Dhamma dari Sang Buddha.
Right. So, from here onwards, you are going to listen to the Dhamma. You're about to listen something very interesting. That is about your life. Okay.
Virtue of life, Bante. We're going to discuss about virtue of life.
What is your life? Who are you?
Marilah kita memulai diskusi pada pagi hari ini dengan topik tentang kehidupan.
Yeah. So you all have your own experiences, right? You live this life for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60, 70, right? So you all have experiences in your life. What we are going to do today, I'm going to tell you some stories. I'm going to tell you some theory. The point of view that you have to look into your life. So what you have to do is, you have to compare with your life experiences with my points. We are going to do a research.
Tentunya kita telah hidup dengan jangka waktu yang cukup panjang, 10, 20, 30, 40, ada yang juga setelah hidup selama 70 tahun. Apa yang Bante akan ceritakan pada pagi hari ini adalah suatu teori tentang kehidupan. Bante mengajak agar kita membandingkan pengalaman kehidupan kita selama ini dengan teori yang Bante hendak jabarkan pada pagi hari ini.
Okay. Hands up those who studied science in the schools, science, general science, everyone, right?
Yeah.
Right. So we have studied we have studied general science, chemistry, biology. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring this Buddha Dhamma with this science and technology that we have studied. And I'm going to show you some real aspect of the life that we have to look into.
Tentu banyak dari kita yang telah mempelajari ilmu pengetahuan alam dalam kehidupannya. Sepertinya biologi, kimia, dan sebagainya. Apa yang Bante akan lakukan pada pagi hari ini adalah membawa teori dalam ilmu pengetahuan alam dan membandingkannya dengan apa yang Bante mengerti.
Because you all are human beings, isn't it? Of course. What is the difference between an animal and a human? Consciousness. Dog also can think. Dog also have consciousness. Intelligence. Okay. More answers? Morality.
You got the chance to practice Dhamma as human being. No other being can do that.
Pardon?
You got the chance to practice Dhamma.
You got a chance to practice Dhamma. But how about dog? Can they understand Dhamma? No. Because they can't listen. They can't understand the words that I'm saying. Right? Okay, you can explain that.
Tadi Bante membandingkan, memberi pertanyaan. Apakah kita semua ini adalah manusia? Tentu kita semua adalah manusia. Apa yang membuat manusia begitu spesial dibandingkan dengan binatang? Kalau kita membandingkan binatang seperti anjing. Apakah mereka bisa mendengar Dhamma? Tentu bisa. Tapi apakah mereka bisa mengerti? Sangatlah diragukan. Apakah seekor anjing bisa mengerti Dhamma atau tidak?
Because you all have a mind that has an ability to think about yourself. You have a mind to think about yourself, to reflect what's going on within you. Dog cannot do that.
Karena kita mempunyai suatu kekuatan pikiran, di mana kemampuan kita berpikir memungkinkan kita untuk menyelidiki diri kita sendiri, merefleksikan diri kita sendiri. Sedangkan seekor anjing tidak mungkin melakukannya.
Since you were born, you were looking at the outside. You were researching about what's going on outside. You were studying about what's happening in the outside. Right? From these eyes, what you were doing? You were looking at the outside. You're tasting, you're smelling things that is happening in the outside. But you haven't think about what's going on within you. Are we agree on this? Right? You have to do that. You have to do that research as well. Because that is the special ability you have. Dog also can do the other thing, to study about what's going on outside. They're also looking at the outside as well.
Sebagai manusia, kita selalu mempunyai kemampuan untuk melihat keluar. Apa yang kita alami dari luar, apa yang kita lihat, apa yang kita cium, sebenarnya tidak jauh beda dengan apa yang binatang atau contohnya anjing bisa lakukan. Apa yang membuat kita berbeda adalah kita juga mempunyai kemampuan untuk melihat ke dalam diri kita sendiri untuk menyelidikinya lebih lanjut. Sedangkan seekor anjing tidak mungkin bisa melakukannya.
You know, back then, 2,500 years ago, when Buddha advent to this world, people come to him and they listen something. Very, like, it turns upside down. It turns them upside down. Because that's something really new thing that they listened. They have understood something very different thing from the Buddha. That's what you call prajna. Wisdom.
2.500 tahun yang lampau, ketika Sang Buddha membabarkan ajarannya, hal ini sangatlah mengguncangkan dunia. Inilah yang Sang Buddha sebut sebagai prajna atau kebijaksanaan.
You all are so meritorious to listen this Dhamma. You all are so virtuous to understand what's going on within you. Shall we do it right now? Shall we start?
Jadi Bante tadi mengingatkan kepada kita bahwa kita semua mempunyai nilai-nilai kebajikan untuk bisa mendengarkan Dhamma. Jadi beliau menghimbau hendaknya kita memulai dengan mendengarkan Dhamma pada pagi hari ini.
So we are going to do a research, okay? So before coming to Rome, I was a research scientist at Australian National University. So I only know science, right? In my life, what I have done is science. And I have understood something from my teachers. Thanks to the Buddha, this is the wisdom that I received. I need to share that wisdom with you. Because we all are suffering. Because we don't understand who we are.
Marilah kita memulai suatu penelitian. Bante sendiri sebelum menjadi biku adalah seorang peneliti di Australian National University. Ya, apa kita lakukan pada hari ini adalah kita meneliti tentang diri kita sendiri. Kenapa kita menderita? dikarenakan kita kurang memahami siapakah sebenarnya diri kita masing-masing.
I'm coming from a paradise. You're also living in the paradise as well, right? Sydney? Melbourne is the most livable city according to the theories, but Sydney is a little bit less than that, maybe, right? So, okay, so you are in a paradise as well. I was in a paradise as well before. Now I am in a different kind of paradise. Your paradise and my paradise is too different. It's different. Because I am living with this Dhamma, I'm living with these friends, noble association. Because of that, day by day, I'm realizing who am I. That realization brings me happiness.
Kita semua tinggal di surga masing-masing. Akan tetapi jenis surga yang kita tinggal itu berbeda. Seperti Bante, Bante tinggal di surga Bante sendiri dengan teman-teman Dharma yang agung sendiri. Bedanya adalah karena tipe surga yang Bante tempati, beliau perlahan-lahan mulai menyadari siapakah dirinya yang sebenarnya itu.
So I wanted to take you to that paradise as well. Not physically, but virtually. Right? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, think about a crazy man realized that he is a crazy. He's crazy. What do you think that will happen in this world? A crazy man realize, okay, he's crazy. Can he realize that, oh, am I crazy? Yes, I'm crazy. Is it going to happen like that, or is it no snowball chance in the air? Like, it's very rare, right? You cannot realize that, self-realize, okay, I am crazy. Because you all know that what you feel is the correct one. That's why you argue with your better half, right? No. That is not correct. What I feel is the correct one always. Right? You feel the reality, your reality. That reality is true to you. How on this earth that you realize I'm crazy? No, you cannot realize by yourself that you are crazy. I'm sorry, I'm taking a little bit more.
Yes,
And also, when should I finish?
This let's say it is
12:30? Okay. If it is interested, can I go until 12:45?
Yeah.
Okay. I need some time to explain this. This is something very.
Jadi Bante tadi mengajak kita semua untuk memasuki surga dia. Dalam surga beliau ini, beliau mengajak kita membayangkan dan menanya, apakah ada seorang gila yang bisa sadar secara dirinya sendiri? Orang gila yang sadar sendiri tanpa dibantu oleh orang lain. Mungkin sangat jarang. Karena kalau orang udah hidup dalam dunia dia sendiri, apa yang dia rasakan adalah kenyataan buat dia.
If you go to a mental hospital or like mental asylum, let's say, I don't know what's a good word to use in here, but in Sri Lanka we call it something like that. So, when you go and ask from these people, is there any crazy people here? Do you know what they will say? They would say, yeah, you know that there are the people with courts, with the stethoscopes or something. They are crazy. They do something to us. We are normal. Yes. They are putting us into a dark room. And they give some pills as well. I don't know why they are doing that. They ask us to do different things, but we are okay. Come. These are the people. Don't talk to them. That's what they will say, isn't it? A crazy man cannot realize he is crazy. He thinks that doctor is crazy. Right? Okay.
Siapa dari antara kita yang pernah masuk ke dalam rumah sakit jiwa untuk menengok misalkan? Kalau kita pergi menengok orang yang sakit jiwa di rumah sakit jiwa, dan kita bertanya pada pasien tersebut, apakah ada orang gila di sini? Jawaban mereka rata-rata adalah, wah, itu yang pakai stetoskop itu gila. Mereka tuh taruh kita di ruangan gelap, kasih kita obat, dan sebagainya. Buat orang gila, mereka tuh tidak gila. Orang lain yang gila.
You know what? But in this world, a miracle happened. That is, 2,500 years ago, one man realized that he self-realized that he is crazy. He was crazy as well. He is crazy. Who is that guy? Buddha. When Buddha realized the problem, oh, this is why I feel suffer. This is why the fear manifest in my manifest means happens, occurs, right? That this is why I feel fear. This is why I feel grave. This is why I feel anger, grief, the negative emotions, irritation of feelings, annoyance. This is the root cause of this. Then he realized, I've been crazy for this entire samsara. That's what he realized. So actually that happened. One crazy guy realized that he is crazy by himself. That is why he is Buddha. That's why we cannot do by ourselves, because we think, oh, we are having a normal life.
2.500 tahun yang lalu, satu orang gila sadar bahwa dia adalah gila. Oh, rupanya saya ini nggak waras ya. Dulunya gila, jadinya banyak negatif feeling, merasa negatif, marah, benci, iri, sebagainya. Tapi dia sadar sendiri. Ya, siapakah dia? Bilang itu adalah Sang Buddha.
We all have a disease. That is pointing finger towards the outside. Because of that guy, I feel anger. Because of that person, because of that food, I love that food. I want to have that food. The grief arises because of that. We always point our finger towards the outside. The problem happens inside, right? But we always point our finger towards the outside. Ladies and gentlemen, there are two worlds here, physical world and the mental world. The problems that happens in the physical world, you have to deal with the physical world. If the problem happens in the mental world, then you have to deal with the mental world, because the solution has to take from the mental world. Your mind is vexed. Your mind feels grief. Your mind feels suffering. Don't you? Is it you feel suffer, or this glass of water feels suffer? This doesn't have consciousness. This doesn't have feelings. So they don't have any grief, fear, anger. They're having a peaceful life actually, rather than us, isn't it?
Penyakit yang kita selama ini alami adalah kita selalu menunjuk keluar atas segala masalah dan kesengsaraan yang kita alami dalam hidup. Sebenarnya dunia kita ini terbagi dalam dua. dunia fisiko dan dunia pikiran atau mental. Apa yang terjadi ketika kita mengalami sesuatu keadaan yang tidak menyenangkan? Kita selalu menunjuk keluar. Contohnya, kalau kita minum segelas air dan menyebabkan perasaan tidak enak, segelas air itu tidak punya kesadaran. Dunia air itu adalah dunia fisik atau dunia biasa, badan. Tapi yang kesengsaraan yang kita alami itu adalah dalam kesengsaraan dunia pikiran atau dunia mental.
So, what is the root cause of suffering? What is the root cause of anger? What is the root cause of fear? You all know that. That is attachment. But the thing is, you cannot control attachment. I can say, don't attach. Right? Can you do that?
Very hard.
Yeah, Bante, I attach. I don't know how I cannot stop being attached because I feel the attachment. I feel attached to my kid. I feel attached to things in the outside world. Your mind get attached. You know what? There's a reason why attachment is happening in your mind. That is, mind doesn't know what is mind. That means you don't know who you are, or you don't know what you are.
Kenapa kita menderita setiap kali ada kejadian pada diri kita masing-masing? Ini dikarenakan kita mempunyai suatu kemelekatan. Akan tetapi, lebih mudah untuk mengatakan untuk tidak melekat daripada melakukannya. Kenapa? Dikarenakan kemelekatan itu terjadi karena pikiran tidak tahu. Pikiran tidak tahu apa yang dia tidak tahu.
Because when I ask you what you are, do you have an answer? What you are? No. You're wrong. It should be who you are. Yes, Bante, my name is this. Right? That's what you answer. No, I'm not asking your name. I'm asking what you are. I'm asking, okay, what is this? Glass of water. Okay, what you are? It's very hard to answer. Ladies and gentlemen, you are a combination of Coles, Woolworths, LD, right? Carrot leeks, what? Potato, chicken, sausages. What is? These are the combinations that you have, right? These are the atoms you rented from the nature. So when I ask you what you are, these are the things that you have taken. Did you have lunch today? What did you eat? Rice. That means atoms. Don't you think that you eat atoms? You ate atoms. Of course. These atoms are here. Then when I ask what you are means what? These are in your body is made out of atoms. What you are means these are the atoms that you have. Apart from the atoms, you have another thing, that is the mind. These are also atoms. But here, atoms plus mind is there. Agree? That's how consciousness arises. Right.
Kalau ditanya, apakah diri kita ini sebenarnya? Banyak dari kita tercengang. Karena kenapa? Ini adalah pertanyaan tidak biasa. Karena biasa kalau kita ketemu sesama yang lainnya, kita nanya, siapa kamu? Tetapi pertanyaan ini bukanlah siapa kamu, melainkan apakah kamu. Kenapa ditanya seperti demikian? Tadi Bante memberikan contoh. Kalau Bante mengangkat segelas air dan ditanya kepada kita, apakah ini? Maka jawaban kita adalah, itu adalah segelas air, Bante. Nah, kalau kita lihat balik, apakah kita? Kita ini adalah apa yang kita makan. Apa yang kita makan ini membuat atom-atom dalam tubuh kita. Akan tetapi, diri kita ini nggak cuma atom saja. Diri kita ini juga ada pikiran. Inilah yang membedakan antara kita dengan segelas air.
Now, tell me what are the things that you get attached to? Attached. Your better half, okay? Only one person has attached. All the things have enlightened. All the other ones have enlightened.
What's
do you
the
think?
first one again, Bante?
Most name it, we attach, right?
Name, yeah.
Name it, we attach, right?
Yes, that's correct.
I need to open your mind. I need to open your mind because your mind is closed now, right? Let's analyze what is actually existing in nature. What is actually happening in nature? Because when you understand this science behind this nature, then you understand, okay, mind is actually ignorant about the nature. Mind is actually ignorant about mind itself as well. Ignorant means that you don't know, right? Let's analyze whether the things that you have attached actually whether they are or not, right?
Bante melanjutkan dengan bertanya, apakah lagi yang biasa kita merasa melekat? Pertama yang diberikan contoh adalah nama. Kita selalu melekat pada nama kita. Kalau kita lihat dari luar, sebenarnya ilmu pengetahuan alam memberikan banyak contoh tentang kemelekatan yang kita alami. Tapi Bante hendak melihat dulu di mana titik pengertian kita tentang pikiran masing-masing.
Okay, in order to do that, I'm going to show you some experiment, right? I'm going to do a magic. Are you ready to see that? Magic, right? What is in here? Water. How do you know this is water? This can be alcohol as well. Absolute alcohol. Vodka. How do you know that?
Because you told us it's
Okay. What is inside? What is inside?
Don't know.
Don't know. I'm going to do a magic. Abracadabra.
That's the real vodka, Bante.
What did I add? What did I add? Ink. That is coloring. Okay. The people who know little bit of chemistry, is it coloring or are there like pigments, like small molecules that has blue color? These are small molecules with blue color. That's why you can see that it diffuses throughout the water, right? You didn't add coloring. What you add is pigments, small molecules, which are blue in color. Agree? Agree? Yeah. So what is inside? Water molecules plus blue color molecules. Blue color molecules, right? Agree? Is this blue water or water molecules with blue color molecules? What is the ingredient? What are the ingredients in this now? Earlier it was only water molecules.
Yes.
Now water molecules plus blue color molecules. Agree? Agree? Right. Another magic. What happened here now? This is red color. I'll add a little bit more. Now also, let's understand here. What are the ingredients here? Water molecules plus red color molecules.
Yeah.
Small pigments. This is why you can see it's red color. Agree? Are we on the same page? Any other suggestions? No, right? Now you agree with me. No, in fact, because it diffuses. I know the chemistry. Okay, it diffused. Right. Little bit stirring.
Let me translate that. That's one thing.
Yeah.
Ayo kita bikin percobaan sebentar ya. Tadi Bante ambil satu gelas air, terus ditaruh warna.
Varna. That's the
Ah.
same word in single as well.
It's Pali as well.
Pali,
Varna.
varna.
Varna, that's it. Yeah, no. Correct, Bante.
Jadi warna yang pertama ditaruh tadi adalah warna biru. Nah sekarang ditanya sama Bante, apakah ini yang dicampur itu tinta biru atau molekul yang berwarna biru? Kalau kita melihat komposisi dari kimia, sebenarnya yang terjadi adalah molekul dari air dicampur dengan molekul yang berwarna biru. Dan dilanjutkan tadi oleh Bante dengan molekul yang berwarna merah. Jadi warnanya itu, airnya itu dicampur antara molekul air dan molekul biru, dan gelas yang lain itu molekul air dengan molekul warna merah.
Okay. So this is science experiment, right? I'm doing. You will understand that we didn't learn science properly. Okay. What I did, I put a little bit of blue molecules and water molecules to this glass, the other glass. Now what I did, I combine what? Red molecules, water molecules, blue molecules, water molecules.
Yeah.
Now what do you have here?
Black molecules.
Purple.
Purple, black.
No. Did I do a magic?
No.
No. Now understand, please understand this. What are the ingredients here? Water molecules, blue molecules, red molecules. What do you see? Purple. Did I make purple here? Or blue molecules and red molecules, when they come together, does it give an effect into your mind perception that is purple. Where's the purple? Is it in here? Now think, where's the purple? Is it in here?
Yeah.
You agreed that before there were red molecules, water molecules. That's our basic science that we understood. There were blue molecules, water molecules. And when we mix together, I didn't make purple molecule because I didn't do any chemical reaction. I didn't make any chemical reaction. I didn't pull over. These are food coloring that you guys are mixing. Right? What are the ingredients here? Red molecules, blue molecules, and water molecules. But what do you see? What do you perceive? You perceive purple. But you feel purple is in here. Right? If I didn't show this mixing, what do you feel?
Purple.
If I didn't show this before, like I'm mixing, right? What do you feel? You feel, this is purple molecules are inside. How deceived you are. You get deceived. Like, is there purple molecules? No, no way. How can it be? Because this should be blue molecules and red molecules. When the light comes here, and when light approaches onto your eyes, and after your brain, the perception happens within your consciousness. That consciousness, now you feel purple color. That's an effect because of the causes. Do you agree with me or not? Your perception is an effect due to causes.
I think it's also because what we are taught when we were young. That's a purple color, that's a green color.
Yeah. That perception means your memories, your experiences as well. If you don't recall your memories, if you have dementia, right? If you don't know what is purple, right? You feel something, but you don't have an explanation for that. It's like sometimes you have the words on your tip of the tongue, but it's not coming out. Because why? Your memories are not gathering properly. Right? But you have the feeling, you have the emotion. Agree?
Yeah.
That what I'm telling you is that emotion, that feeling, that sense is what? Is an effect because of the causes. See, purple is not there. Try to explain it.
Ya, percobaan yang tadi dilakukan itu cukup panjang ya. Tentunya kita semua bisa melihat ada 2 gelas. Satu gelas adalah berisi air dan molekul air dan molekul biru. Di gelas yang lain adalah molekul air dan molekul berwarna merah. Jadi begitu dicampur, apa yang terjadi? Dalam satu gelas kalau ada 2 cairan begitu, apa yang terjadi? Tentunya isinya adalah molekul air, molekul warna biru, molekul air lagi, dan molekul warna merah. Tapi kalau kita lihat itu gelas, kenapa kita bisa lihat warna lain? Sedangkan warna dasarnya tadi kan kita sudah setuju. Itu cuma ada 4 unsur saja. Unsur air dan unsur molekul warna biru, dan unsur air dan unsur molekul warna merah. Nah, ini kenapa kita bisa melihat warna lain, yaitu warna ungu? Dikarenakan kita punya memori, kita punya perasaan, kita berpersepsi yang membentuk pendapat kita tentang warna yang kita lihat.
It looks like I'm doing magics, right?
Yeah.
I'm taking things out. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what Buddha has uttered from his mouth. I'm explaining in simple way, without giving you Pali Pali words. I'm trying to explain to you. I'm trying to bring that wisdom to you. Because you have experience. I mean, you have experienced this. That's why I'm saying purple is not in here. Purple is in your perception. Right? Now, tell me, in order to happen that perception of purple, what do you need? What are the causes? Let's explain. Let's think about that. What are the causes to perceive this purple color in your perception? What are the causes?
Windows.
You need your eyes as well, right?
Yes.
Definitely, you need your eyes. And you need these blue color molecules and red color molecules as well,
It's the
right?
object.
They should
Object in SP.
that the object is also should be there. They should be mixing, they should be arranging, right? And also you need this glass of water, and also you need your brain, and also you need to have your heartbeat, and also blood vessels should be working, and also your nerve system should be working, and also this flow should be there, and earth should be rotate, right? And the sun should be rotating as well, and the light should be there, then hydropower should be there. Okay, can you explain how many causes? My goodness, there are millions of zillions of causes has to come together in order to perceive what? Purple color. Not only that, you shouldn't have dementia as well. If you have dementia, then you don't know, right? Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
But when you see this, how do you feel? Where's the purple? Purple is here. Where's the purple color? Is it in your mind? Because does it happen in your mind due to causes, or the purple color is here? That's what you feel. You feel purple color is here, isn't it? Right? But purple color is a perception that happens because of that causes. These are the causes. Agree? But you don't feel it. You feel where's the purple color? Point your finger.
There.
There. See? Always point your finger towards the outside. But where's the perception? Here. Okay.
Dijabarkan tadi bahwa ketika kita melihat gelas yang nomor 3 itu tadi, yang hasil campuran, kenapa kita bisa lihat warna ungu? Banyak sekali sebab yang menunjukkan kita bisa melihat warna ungu ya. Pertama, kita mesti bisa melihat. Kedua, kita punya pikiran mesti normal, bekerja dengan normal ya. Dan keadaan dunia ini mesti normal, nggak ada macam-macam lah istilahnya lah yang bisa menyebabkan atau menghalangi kita untuk melihat warna itu adalah warna ungu. Akan tetapi di pengalaman kita sendiri, begitu kita melihat itu sangat instan ya. Kalau kita lihat, oh itu warna ungu, kita selalu menunjuk keluar bahwa itu adalah warna ungu. Nggak pernah terbayang dalam pikiran kita, sebenarnya warna ungu itu adalah hasil dari ciptaan pikiran kita sendiri.
Okay. Now you know what is this? This is Scrabble stage. You know Scrabble? Have you played Scrabbles
Ya.
in your kindergarten?
Not-
Not?
No.
Okay. So now I'm going to put what? What is here? A pile. Tile. What is that? E.
Yeah.
And what is this? Then? Then?
It's a tile. EA.
EA. Just asking. What is here? E.
EA.
A. Not EA. EA is not here. Where's EA?
Outside.
EA is in your mind. Now what is it? Ear.
Yeah.
Does it have ear or EAR? These are EAR. Where's ear? not this one.
On your mind.
On your perception. In your perception, you feel ear. You can't find ear here. Because there's no ear here, ear in here. Right? There's EAR in here. But you feel ear. Where's your ear? Not this one. That's in the that's your perception. Agree? Agree. Now what is here? Earth. Did I make earth here? No. Earth is being made in your mind. Right now, is it making? Now what happened? That feeling gone. Did it go somewhere like from that door? No, I'm asking that feeling, sense that you feel. Now what happened? Again, it manifests in your mind. What is the manifestation? What is happening in your mind? A perception of earth. Earth. What is in here? EARTH. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the causes that brings that perception into your mind. What mind feels cannot be found in the outside. Do you agree with me or not? What mind feels, what mind sense cannot be found in the outside. But you feel, where's the earth? I mean, how do you feel? Where does the earth, earth is where? Here, on the Scrabble stage. But is it true or is it false? Is it a fallacy or not?
Yeah.
It's a fallacy. You feel earth is, this is the feeling that you have. That is the earth, right? In order to generate that feeling, you need to have these tiles. EARTH. Right?
Ya, contoh kedua yang Bante berikan tadi adalah dia mengeluarkan Scrabble ya. Scrabble itu jadi permainan untuk membentuk kata-kata. Beliau memulai dengan huruf I, kemudian dilanjutkan dengan huruf E, dan R, and then T, and then H. Nah, sekarang yang ada di dalam Scrabble itu sebenarnya Earth atau EARTH. Kalau jawabnya Earth-nya di mana? Sedangkan itu Scrabble-nya itu kan tulisannya EARTH. Nggak ada yang bilang itu Adanya kita bisa ngerti itu karena kenapa? Karena dalam pikiran kita sudah terbentuk itu kata Jadi tadi Bante memberi suatu penjelasan, hendaknya kita menyadari sesuatu yang kita lihat itu adalah hasil dari banyak sebab dan akibat.
Okay. Is there earth here or EARTH? These are the tiles. Agree? Okay. What did I do? What did I do? Did I take down earth? Did I take out earth? What happened to the earth? Did it go somewhere? Is it in the outside or is it in your mind? It's your mind. Agree? Earth, now it is not manifesting. Right? Because each and every moment, something is happening. Now, when I bring it together, now what happens? Earth, earth, earth. Inside your mind, what happens? Earth. Right? Go look at other side. Do you feel the earth now? No. Now you look at this side. Now what happened? Again, now earth is manifesting in your mind. Right? Now I'm taking out one cause. This is one cause to generate that feeling. Now what happened?
Heart.
Did I change earth to heart? No, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't change earth to heart. What I did,
Okay, you
I swapped the arrangement. Okay, what is existing here?
are, are.
Is it heart or is it an arrangement?
Right.
Arrangement of forces. Now look at your better half. Or look at your other people. Do you feel do you see a person there? Yes. But is there a person? Or is it an arrangement of atoms, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, and
I'm in trouble because I said not the person.
no. I know, right? I'm telling you the truth. You have to understand this. Ladies and gentlemen, you've gone crazy because your mind is searching that mind feels from the outside. Mind attached to things in the outside. Mind think what? The things that you are attaching is existing in the outside. If one person is attached to earth, he cannot attach to earth what he is attaching to his own mind. But he thinks he is attaching to what? Here. That there's no earth here. There are causes. Then if I change it to heart, oh, I don't like heart, I need earth now. Yes. But in order to have earth, I need to bring this cause back to here. Right? Understand this concept. You cannot attach to the outside world. Because outside world doesn't have what you feel. This is what I told you. Mind doesn't know what mind feels. Now think. You have to think. That's why I told you. This is a research. Ladies and gentlemen, what Buddha has uttered from his mouth is a research. You guys are worshipping to that wisdom. You are chanting for that wisdom. That's why you are hearing this wisdom right now. Because I am only just a machine that brings that wisdom to you. You have been doing this. You have been accumulating these merits by chanting, by worshipping, by acquiring all these merits to understand this wisdom.
Percobaan dilanjutkan tadi dari kata EARTH, Bante ambil satu tau, yaitu tau dengan huruf H, pindah ke depan. Itu EARTH itu berubah jadi HERT. Dengan merubahnya, sebenarnya apa yang dirubah? Sebenarnya cuma urutannya aja yang dirubah. Tapi dalam pikiran kita apa yang terjadi? Arti dari urutan itu udah berbeda. Nah, jadi sebenarnya apa yang berubah? Apakah Earth sudah berubah jadi heart? Ataukah cuman urutan dari sebab dan akibatnya itu berubah? Di sini kita bisa lihat bahwa pikiran itu selalu terikat dengan kondisi di luar. Pikiran tidak tahu apa yang dia tidak tahu. Seperti yang contoh Bante berikan tadi. Ketika urutannya dirubah, banyak dari pikiran yang tidak bisa melihat perubahan itu.
Just asking, what are you wearing? Is it a cloth or is it an arrangement of wools? The threads.
Right.
These are the threads that you're wearing. This is the arrangement. This is not a shirt. Where's the shirt? Shirt is in your mind. Ladies and gentlemen, is there a flower there?
Yes.
There's a flower there?
Yeah.
No. There are petals. There are arrangement of chemicals, arrangement of compound. This is not a flower. These are cells. That's what you have learned in science, right?
Yeah.
When you inspect through the microscope, did you see flower or cells?
Yes.
If you go zoom in, then what you will see? Atoms. If you zoom in, what you will see? Electrons, protons, neutrons.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Agree? Come on. If I'm wrong, tell me, because this is what I learned. I did PhD in chemistry. I know this. This is my field as well, biochemistry. Is it flower? Is it a flower or is it arrangement of cells? Or we can say, is it arrangement of electrons, protons, neutrons? Ladies and gentlemen, where the flower is?
Oh,
In your mind.
Yeah.
This moment, you feel what your mind feels, not what actually happens in the outside. You are living your own life alone. This is the reality. That's why Buddha has realized, oh my God, I'm crazy. I thought I was crazy because I was crazy
Yeah.
because I thought what I feel is actually existing in the outside. No. It's not in the outside. These are the chemicals, these are the things, energy that's actually aggregating, arranging in the outside. What we feel is our perception.
Contoh ketiga yang tadi Bante berikan adalah kembang di dalam pot kembang ya. Sebenarnya apa yang kita lihat begitu kita melihat kembang? Apakah kita melihat sepot kembang ataukah kita melihat suatu kumpulan dari atom, elektron, dan sebagainya? Kalau kita teliti lebih lanjut dengan melakukan percobaan sains atau ilmu pengetahuan, apa yang kita sebut sebagai kembang itu sebenarnya adalah campuran dan kombinasi dari atom dan elektron dan sebagainya. Jadi kalau kita lihat kembang, sebenarnya kembang itu ada di mana? Apakah di luar yang kita lihat ataukah di dalam pikiran kita? Dengan kesadaran inilah Sang Buddha menyadari bahwa beliau tadinya itu gila karena selalu melihat keluar.
You can still see it as a flower, but you know that that is not a flower. It's like this. Have you come across mirage?
Yeah.
You can still see what is there, but if you know it's a mirage, then you know water is not there, but still you can see water. Something like that going to happen when you understand this truth. Your perception won't change, but the way you look into your perception change. That change in your mind will liberate yourself from suffering because now you cannot attach to things. You know what you feel is not there in there. How can you attach there? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the secret to get rid of attachment. You don't have to detach. You have to understand the truth.
Himbauan dari Bante adalah dalam hidup ini hendaknya kita melihat apa yang kita lihat di sekitar kita bagaikan sebuah fata morgana. Artinya kita tetap bisa merasakan, kita bisa memikir apa yang kita lihat dan apa yang kita rasakan itu. Tapi kita menyadari bahwa apa yang kita lihat dan yang kita rasakan itu tidaklah nyata. Tidaklah nyata. Tapi tetap kita bisa merasakan, kita bisa tetap normal melihat. Tapi kita tidak melekat.
Okay. If you understood something from this message that I need to convey to you, welcome to the reality. Ladies and gentlemen, have you seen Matrix movie?
Blue pill and the red pill.
You're the Neo, I'm the Morpheus.
That's the blue pill and the red pill.
This is blue pill and red pill.
And you got purple pill.
If you want to go through this path, I'm here to help you, because I had stress, I had anxiety, I felt fear, I felt all this grief and lust in my mind. Now I don't. I'm feeling a minor levels compared to the last, the what I felt before. Because when you realize this truth day by day, you are achieving an unconditional happiness. I'm always happy. Are you always happy? No, right? You have ups and downs. When the things are according to your way, when the things are not according to your way, that's the life you're spending. But in this life, not in rope, right? In our monastery, we have a lot of people. There are 750 people residing in our monastery. We get together, not only monks. We have 140 monks, 100 anagarikas. I think in this year, August, they are coming here. You will meet my late-time wife as well. Like before I go into law, we both came, and she also did PhD in chemistry. I also did PhD in chemistry. You will meet her as well. She will come in August, because this Minister of Nirvana is inviting them as well. You will have a chance to chat with them as well. So there are a lot of people practicing this path to realize this Dhamma, to realize this reality, because that truth will set you free, because that truth will liberate yourself from suffering. Do you agree or not? Think about your life. I want you to understand this truth. If you want to understand, if you want to go forward, like, right? So, because I cannot do in Indonesian language, that's why one of your friend, Stephen, he is teaching Indonesian to the monks that residing in our monastery, because we need to help you. So you are helping us to help you, right? You're helping us to help you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why in future, there will be monks who can preach this Dhamma in Indonesian language as well. But in the meantime, if you're interested in English, in July or June, we are going to start fortnightly session, either weekend, like either Saturday or Sunday night, 1 hour online. So if you want to go through this path, if you want to take the red pill and realize this reality, liberate yourself, I'm inviting you. Because time to time I'm visiting here. This is second time I'm coming here. Right? Second time. When we come here, when we meet each other, then we can discuss these interesting things a little bit longer, right? But by the meantime, in order to make you understand this Dhamma, right? I want you to come through this path, because there's a path to practice. What you have been doing is the greatest thing, because you get together every Sunday, right? Almost every Sunday. That's what you have to do, because you're earning merits, ladies and gentlemen. By coming here, what you're doing is you're worshipping not to the Buddha statue. Don't think that this is a statue. You're worshipping the Buddha in your mind. Ladies and gentlemen, Buddha doesn't mean Buddha, that it's not a human. Buddha means the mind without ignorance. Mara means mind with ignorance. Are you along with the Mara side or Buddha side? What do you want? Buddha side, right? In order to be Buddha side, you need to have association from the noble friendship. We are the friends. You got a friend in me. Noble friend in you. That's a song. You got a friend in me? Right? If you associate us, then you will find this wisdom. Right? If you associate us, you will find this wisdom. You will realize this wisdom. The way that I liberate myself, you will liberate yourself as well. You don't have to come to rope first, but let's practice path. Practice the path. You're doing that. What I'm doing is just adding some salt and sugar and sweetness. What you have been doing. This is this audience. I really love this audience because you are part of the Buddha. You are the Buddha's people. You need this Dhamma. You need this wisdom. That's why I really, really love to come here and talk to you guys. You have that merit. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I think he can translate the last part.
Very good.
Jadi Bante tadi menuturkan bahwa dalam hidup ini banyak dari kita yang tidak sadar bahwa sesungguhnya kesengsaraan yang kita alami itu adanya dari dalam kita sendiri. Kita punya tendensi untuk menunjuk keluar. Tetapi Bante menawarkan sebagai seorang yang berusaha untuk mempraktekkan apa yang ajaran Sang Buddha, beliau menawarkan diri beliau sebagai teman yang agung, istilahnya, teman yang mulia. Jadi kalau kita ada keinginan untuk melatih diri, beliau bersedia untuk bersama kita, untuk membimbing kita untuk melatih diri. Beliau dulunya juga mengalami penderitaan yang kita alami. Tapi dikarenakan beliau lebih sering melatih tentang kesadaran yang telah beliau babarkan sebelumnya, bahwa penderitaan beliau ini semakin berkurang hari demi hari. Jadi beliau juga mengucapkan terima kasih karena saudara Steven membantu agar komunitas para biku di tempat beliau untuk bisa berbahasa Indonesia, sehingga pada akhirnya nanti teman-teman Bante bisa juga berbagi tentang pengertian mereka tentang Dhamma Sang Buddha.
Kita ucapkan terima kasih kepada Bante. Kita akan menutup kebaktian pada hari ini. Sebelumnya kita akan melakukan pilihan biasa dengan membacakan Paduka Etawata halaman 47. We are going to close our puja today. But before we do that, we are going to share our knowledge by chanting that is Etawata